I'm Elizabeth Nevills, and I got into the hobby of dog mushing. It kind of becomes a hobby that's part of your life, and it's a really fun sport. I take a team of dogs, anywhere from 2 or 3 dogs up to 10 to 14. The Iditarod runs 14. I don't quite run that many. In the winter, we'll run on sleds on the snow. In the fall and spring, we use ATVs, 3-wheeled carts, bikes, scooters, or my own 2 legs and just go running, which is called canicross. I'll do all the methods out here in Idaho because we don't always have snow. But it's just a fun time getting out with your best friends, your kids, your dogs. They are all of the above for me. To just finish the recreational fun of it, I got into the competing side where I actually attend dog sled races and dryland races through the fall and winter, where we compete against other mushers across the US and locally in a couple of days race. Mileage goes anywhere from 2-mile races up to, here in Idaho, we have up to a 300-mile race. The Idaho Sled Dog Challenge is the longest distance race that I've ever applied to compete in. 2 years ago, I competed in the Bachelor Butte Dog Derby for a 75-mile stage race, which was 25 miles, 3 different days in a row. I competed that one and got 3rd place, my best placing ever. But I still want to move up distance. I'd like to do the 300 someday. That's probably another 5 or 6 years out. If I can complete it, it'll be the longest race I've completed so far. If I don't complete it, it'll be the longest race I've attempted. And the first overnight race that I've attempted, where we actually stay out with the dogs overnight. It's going to take anywhere from probably 14 hours for the fastest mushers to finish the 100-mile, and about 26, 27 for the slowest. I know, Mars, you have to be patient. We're not running right. I've done a lot of book studying, and I've watched the Iditarod, and I see how much they do, and I'm doing my best. So a lot of our practice and training is based on temperature for the huskies. My huskies do not do well running over 45 degrees Fahrenheit. They can overheat. We have to take a lot of water breaks. We just don't get a lot of distance in at those temperatures. It's more managing heat stress and just getting some exercise. So we don't really practice hard until it gets below 40 degrees. For any musher, we're competing against each other to a point, but for the most part that I have found, and for myself, I compete against myself. If I can do better than the last time I went out, it's a win. When I do 2-day races and they combine our times, I think I won 1st place if I ran faster on day 2 than day 1, because I did better, because they did better, they did really well. It's not a loss if we went slower, but I feel the reward of winning 1st place if we did better the 2nd day. In a big distance race like this, for me, my goal of winning is crossing the finish line. Anything can happen that can stop you from finishing. So even just crossing the finish line is a win, because you did something that not everybody can go do.